With this entire video, I'm going to assume you have already completed the main storyline of the game and you have seen the credits. Please feel free to pause as I'll be showing a lot of info on the screen. IVs. IVs is short for individual values. Every Pokemon has different IVs, and the best way to see how good your Pokemon IVs are is by using the judge feature in the boxes. Here you can see which IVs are the best and which need some work. Basically, having the best IVs means you are getting the best possible stats the Pokemon can provide. There are a way of getting better IV'd Pokemon either through breeding or catching them through raids, but I'll go through that in another video. If you already have the Pokemon you want better IVs with, you can also Hyper Train them. By going to Montenevera, behind the Poke Center, there is a guy with aviators standing next to Abomasnow. By talking to this guy, he will offer to Hyper Train different stats of your Pokemon in exchange for a bottle cap. Bottle caps are earned through Terra raids, and you can also purchase them through Delibird stores. You will only be able to Hyper Train stats that the Pokemon isn't the best in. So, as a quick tip, you don't need to Hyper Train every single stat on a Pokemon, only the ones you will need. For example, don't boost special attack if it's an attacking Pokemon, there's just no point. Now for the slightly more complicated one, EVs. EVs stand for effort values. They determine what stats your Pokemon gets upon leveling up and are gained from battling any Pokemon you come across that awards experience points. Please note though that you do not get them from quick battles. Every single Pokemon you catch has 0 EVs on each stat. By battling Pokemon, you gain different EVs depending on what the Pokemon gives. Some Pokemon give 1+, 2+, or 3+ EVs. For example, if you battle a Rookidee, you gain 1 EV in the speed stat. And for every 4 EVs that you earn in one stat, you get 1 base value stat in that stat. Each stat has a maximum of 252 EVs that can be earned in it to max it out, and each Pokemon can have a maximum of 510 EVs in total. With EV training, there are a few ways to make this faster. First is you can buy vitamins from Chansey Supply, which is the more expensive route, but definitely the fastest. Each stat is a different vitamin, and each one gives you 10+ EVs within that stat. To max one specific stat in a Pokemon, 26 vitamins will do the job. Next, you can use power items. By going to the Delibird store and going through general goods, right at the bottom you will find power items. Each power item corresponds to a certain stat that will help increase when equipped to a Pokemon. Each power item gives you 8+ EVs of its specific stat every time you battle a Pokemon. Please note, you'll also gain separate EVs on top of the 8 dependent on what you battle. For example, if your Pokemon has a Power Anklet equipped and battles a Rookidee, it'll gain 9+ EVs in speed, not just 8. There are also feathers as well that you can find all across Paldea and in Terra raids, which will increase the specific EV stats by 1. So if you wanted to max out a stat, 252 feathers is what you need. So as well as gaining EVs, you can also take them away. So if you have a Pokemon with a horrible EV spread from battling random Pokemon, you can reset it. All you have to do is feed that mon a bunch of specific berries to get rid of all of those unnecessary EVs. That way you can retrain them the way you want to. Every Pokemon in your party will be gaining EVs even if it's not the battling Pokemon. So just be wary that you could be giving EVs to a Pokemon you don't want to. That being said, it also means you can train up several Pokemon at the same time as long as they're all wanting the same EVs. I hope this video gave you some insight into how to build your own Pokemon to their maximum potential with no ad reads or any other rubbish. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thank you.